We are here at Cedar Point for Halloweekends. If you saw our opening day vlog, you would have seen everything that was new at Halloweekends for 2023. You would have seen the new haunted indoor maze called Midnight.
You would have seen the new outdoor haunted walkthrough Clown's Death Metal Tour.
But there were lots of things that we didn't get to show you. We came on a Thursday, that's opening day, on a Thursday, and there are no shows. So there's no opening ceremonies. That's where they come out on stage and release all the monsters, and it's like a real fun thing to see.
Oh yeah.
There's no kids events, like there's no like trick-or-treating or anything like that for small kids. There's lots of things that we didn't get to show because of when we came, and also just because of time.
Yeah. So we're here again, and this video will show you all the stuff that we couldn't show you opening day.
So I hope you enjoy the video. So hold on to the end because there's going to be so much stuff. And if you're new to the channel, thank you for joining us. Why don't you consider going down and subscribing, because it helps us so much. And if you're joining us and you're already a subscriber, thank you for coming back. So let's get in and see everything there is to see here at Halloweekends. So here in Kitty Kingdom is where most of the kids' activities are happening during the day. You have a bunch of different kinds of kids' games. You have trick-or-treating. You have all sorts of stuff for younger children that might not be into a lot of like the scares. Now you see a couple clowns walking around up there. They're not up here scaring people. This is kind of like a, I don't know, I guess a no scare area. They wait until it gets dark at 8 o'clock. That's when they start doing everything. Right now they're probably just doing a little bit of promotion. But all through here, let's show a little bit through Kitty Kingdom and everything there is to see. We've got a crazy corn box. So it's a bunch of corn that kids can play in. This is some trick-or-treating, so you have different stations. So this is the third station. So you get different stations that you can go up to and trick-or-treat and get candy. And then of course, the rides and everything that comes along normally in Kitty Kingdom. One of the things that they have for kids to do is the Boneyard Jamboree. So you basically get a couple sticks, and then you have like some skeleton xylophones and all sorts of things to bang on and make some noise. Must be really fun for the worker that has to sit here all day. If you're bringing a young kid here and don't want to do a lot of the scary stuff, then you want to come either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, and all the kids stuff like the trick-or-treating and games, that's all until 7 p.m. So make sure you get here by 7, because after 7, the sun starts to go down and the spooky starts to come out.
Exactly, and no Thursdays.
No Thursdays because they don't open until 6.
Until 6, so no like kid stuff on Thursdays.
We just did Gatekeeper. We got here a little late in the day because we wanted to do a lot of the nighttime stuff. So, but we have an hour and 13 minutes until the ceremony starts at the main celebration stage. So right now I said, hey, what do you want to do? Hey, you. And what did you say?
Who are you talking to?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I said Wild Moose.
Wild Moose. He wants to do Wild Moose.
We're not at Busch
That guy
Gardens.
wants to do Wild Moose too.
We're not at Busch Gardens, Tampa.
Oh, is that what they're getting? Stay tuned, people. Wild Mouse was so spinny because it was us two on one side and then it was 2 smaller kids on the other side. So as soon as we got in, I said right away it's going to be really spinny. So that was a little rough. Like, came into the brakes and spun probably about like another 30 times before they finally stopped us.
If I spin while like moving, it's like whatever. But spinning in one spot is like...
That's really bad. Yeah, that's really rough. But we have about 45 minutes before the ceremony, so we're gonna jump on to and do some bumper cars. One of our favorite things to do at amusement parks. And another thing for kids is the Magical House on Boo Hill. It's a kids-friendly kind of haunted house type deal. That's over here by Boo Streak. And they have a Howlin' Hay Maze. We got a half an hour until the ceremony, so the countdown is on, but it shouldn't take a half an hour to do Valraven. At least on the fast lane. Regular line, yes. Spike or Spike? Oh yeah. There's some Spike, so we're gonna show that later on in the video. So make sure you don't miss that. Valraven needed a cleanup on block zone 5, I think. Coming into the brakes right before the station, look down and there's a whole bunch of chunkage all over the ground right there. Told the ride operator and he just kind of laughed, so.
Oh, we're not gonna go out there and clean it up.
Why not? I thought that's what they,
I
thought that's their job, to clean up throw up. That's one of a ride operator's job, is to clean up throw up, right? All our ride operator watchers out there, let us know how many chunks have you cleaned up in your ride operator days. And there's a whole lot of spike going on. I guess it's about 130 or 40 feet or so in the air already, and they have track going all the way up, so they are moving along really nicely on that. I don't know how much taller it's gonna get. Seems like every time that they close for the week, they add a little bit, so I don't know, maybe about, it might get up to like a couple hundred feet before the end of Halloweekends.
Maybe.
But we are coming right into the sun. Oh my God, that thing is glaring right at us. Up to the main celebration stage. We are only a few minutes away from the opening ceremonies. Can't wait, because that's always fun. They have a little show, and then out come the monsters.
And now, to kick off a night of fun and frights, we present your special guest MC for the evening. You've seen her on cable access channel KL1870. You've stared at her poster on your wall, and tens of you have listened to her podcast. Direct from filming the final episode of her hit show, Tonight's Frights on Friday nights, Saturday edition. Everyone scream for Eve!
replace by fear, anxiety, and foreboding.
Oh, foreboding! Oh, that's my favorite one! Go on!
The time has come! By the turning of the page, your inner fears become our stage. Your minds will fill with images of fright, all to summon the darkest delight. Maniacal laughter and ghoulish growls, zombies, monsters on the prowl. Bring the powers of nightmares unseen. Bring them to life. It's Halloween! Nice.
The opening ceremonies takes about 10 minutes. All the monsters come out, it's a lot of fun, and then they stick around and you can find them. Here, I'll flip you guys around. And then at 7:30, a show starts, the Midnight Syndicate show starts at the main stage. But we are heading over to do a ride on Millennium. Get a nice dust ride on Millennium. Millennium Force front row, going through all the fog through Blood on the Bayou.
That was good.
That's a good ride
That
right
was a
there.
really good ride. And the moon is really, really cool.
Yeah, he was trying to tell me like on the lift hill of Millennium to like look at the moon and it was behind us.
Well, yeah.
So I'm like twisting and I was almost threw out my back. So our day was almost ruined because he had me look at the moon. So we covered this in our other video. We're coming into what used to be Banished.
Bo.
But now it's not really a scare zone technically anymore, but they still do have, as you can see, some fog and some lights in a few monsters walking around. Okay, it's not 8 o'clock yet, so all the outdoor haunts and indoor haunts for the day, today's Friday, have not opened yet. And there's quite a line for Blood on the Bayou. And I will say, if you waited a little bit, like waited like an hour or so, this would probably have almost no line at all.
Well, the thing is, you just walk through it, so there is no line.
There's no line. Yeah,
You don't wait in a line. You go into a separate area and just walk through.
Yeah, you don't queue up. So
The only reason people are in line is because it hasn't opened yet.
yeah, so well, yeah, people are in line because it hasn't opened yet. But we advise waiting on something like this.
And one thing about Blood on the Bayou, it has changed this year because I did it not that long ago, and it is different than it was last year.
Okay, well, so if you've done it in years past and you want a bit of a change, then go check out Blood on the Bayou. So we're thinking about doing Maverick and then Bloodbath, but Maverick is down. I looked and I'm like, okay, the queue isn't that long. There's not a lot of people inside it. I guess that's why.
Probably.
So go back and do Steel Vengeance then Bloodbath, or do Bloodbath first, because they are basically right next
Steel
to each other.
Vengeance, then Bloodbath.
We are now in Tombstone territory. You got to go through here to get to Steel Vengeance. I guess most of the actors are more that way. Oh, there's an actor right there. Or not an actor, but a monster, I mean. Got some fog going. Cutthroat Cove, sign for it right there. It's kind of set right in, like a lot of the main layout for Maverick. So it's a really good spot if you want to go through Cutthroat Cove. If you don't even want to go through it for the scares and the jumps, you can go through it to get some good views of Maverick that you normally don't get. Steel Vengeance down also. RMC and Intamin are RMCing and Intaminning But we just heard the lift hill start to go, so they are running a test. So maybe after a couple tests it will open back up. Or what?
Or it will never open ever again.
Maybe not. Yeah,
Because
maybe.
it's an RMC. I didn't know.
There's people
I
on it?
didn't know that guests were allowed to test the rides.
Or is that workers?
These workers are screaming.
Steel Vengeance is down because some lights burnt out or something. But they have people on the train. They're cycling through the people that were already in line.
Yeah, like the coasters are broken down.
Yeah,
Lights in the line are broken down.
No, ma'am.
yeah. So it's,
Oh, that one's better?
I don't know. It's weird. So we're gonna I guess wait for Bloodbath. Because it's a long line for Bloodbath. Which last year when this was brand new, I don't think a lot of people knew about it. But
They have like giant signs over the pathway saying Bloodbath this way. So they're really making sure that people know.
Go check.
that Bloodbath is this way.
through the magic of editing, Steel Vengeance is now open. It's been literally 30 seconds. Like we got over to Bloodbath less.
We were standing there for 10 seconds max.
Yeah.
And now it's back open.
And now it's open, so we will wait on Bloodbath because the line should shorten up, hopefully, fingers crossed. But either way, jump on and hopefully there isn't too long of a line. There weren't really anyone in the fast lane line waiting for it when we came up, so we should be in pretty good shape here. There's a couple people in the fast lane line. We have a special place in our hearts for Steel Vengeance on a Friday night for Halloweekends because in 2018 when the coaster first opened, the first year it was open, it was still an early entry ride that year. And we used to come for early entry, we used to park in the back by the Magnum Gate.
Before Thursday.
Before Thursdays existed, so Friday was only Friday nights. So Fridays opened up at 6 o'clock, early entry at 5. And we used to come and jump on Steel Vengeance for early entry every single Friday. And that was so great. And then
it was so like nobody was in the park. It was so dead.
yeah, Fridays were absolutely dead. Fridays now, if you've been on Thursdays and seen what Thursdays are like here, like completely dead. Fridays used to be like that.
Yeah.
Now Fridays are busy. But in 2019, when they introduced the Gold Pass at the end of the year, it's taking video, so I'll continue to talk. All of a sudden, Halloweekends on Fridays got busy, and we were like, oh no, goodbye Fridays. So Friday night Steel Vengeance, Halloweekends will always hold a special place to us. Not one, not two, not 4, but 3 Steel Vengeance rides in a row.
Alright.
This is definitely a long line to get into Bloodbath. And they're also making people wait back outside in like just like the pathway.
You're waiting in line to wait in line.
Yeah. So, I don't know. From what I hear, not many actors in here. So Cedar Point really needs to do something.
We haven't done it yet this year. We haven't done this one yet this year. We did it last year, so we'll see.
So we'll see.
If it's any different, because a lot of haunted houses have changed.
Bloodbath done and over with. We got a couple things we got to show you still. We got to show you the Butchers of Rock, the clown death metal show, which is not death metal. I heard parts of it. But yeah,
I haven't heard any of it.
but but we're gonna get to that and show you guys that. And I don't know, there's a bunch of other stuff. So let's get into this stuff. The night is still young here at Halloweekends. Cutthroat Cove. Yeah, we're gonna show you Cutthroat Cove.
Yeah, let's do Cutthroat Cove.
Cutthroat Cove. That is right in the middle of Maverick. So you get lots of good views of Maverick. Oh, Scallywag. Scallywag. I got startled there because I'm looking through the phone. Whenever you do all your like viewing of things through a phone and through a camera, it's like okay, it kind of throws you off because you're not looking at things in real life. Are you a scallywag?
You want a mop?
Scallywag.
Scallywag, listen, man, I've been mopping pigeon poop all day, all right?
Cutthroat Cove, done. One thing I've always liked about it was I always see their big pirate hats in the fog ahead, and it looks really cool.
That's his favorite thing about
And
Cutthroat Cove.
You just see like pirates ahead of you. It's really cool.
They don't have the cannons this year.
No.
I don't hear the cannons. Used to hear every once in a while, like every minute or so, you'd hear boom, boom, like cannons going off from Cutthroat Cove. And this year, clowns coming through. And this year, no cannons in Cutthroat Cove. So that's a disappointment. What, did they have to sell the cannons or something?
That was good though.
Yeah, it was fun. It's long.
It is.
You start like back behind Maverick.
And then you end up on like Frontier Trail by like former Wild Turnip.
Yeah. So it's quite a
The
distance.
entrance and exit are very far away from each other.
For sure. We are heading into the Death Metal Clowns Tour, or whatever it's called. Something like that. Clowns.
Death Metal Tour.
Yes, we are heading into it.
Got it.
This is our first time really heading into it in the heart of it. Because on opening day, we were here like right before everything really got going. And then we came in at like 11 when the band was done for the night.
Well, we've walked through it other times other than opening day, but like...
Well, you've been here other than opening day, but I haven't.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Okay. Well, I walked through it once, yeah. There were people out, but no, the band wasn't playing.
Yeah, we want to see some band.
Get it, bro. Get it.
I have a constant fear that something's always near. Fear of the dark. I have a phobia that someone's always there. Have you run your fingers down the wall? Have you felt your neck skin crawl as you're searching for love? Sometimes when you're scared to take a look in the corner of the room, you sense there's something watching you. Fear of the dark. You got it there at the end.
All right, so we saw a little bit of the band. Now we have this like clown house. We're not really sure what is in here, but we are going. You just get some good views of Pipe Scream from back here. And that's it. I don't know if you were supposed to come through here or not. And boom, as soon as you hit right at the top hat of Top Thrill Dragster, which is getting nicely painted. It's almost, a lot of it's about over 50% painted. But as soon as you reach this, you are no longer in any sort of scare zone. And you might see an actor or two walking around, but for the most part, you are safe from any sort of scares and boos or anything like that. So it's called like the Death Metal Clown Tour, but that's not
Clown's Death Metal
okay.
Tour.
But that's beside the point. That's not death metal. That's not. I know death metal.
It's a play on words.
I got.
It's a play on words.
Whatever. I wanted
because
some.
it's death metal.
Okay. Well, I wanted actual death metal because I like when death metal was first actually coming out in like the early 90s. I was into a lot of death metal, and that was not it. So they could have had Death or Cannibal Corpse or Napalm Death or Gore Guts or something. They could have had one of them dress up as clowns. It's about 10:30 and we wanted to get out of here by like 11 because I'm a person that hates traffic. If you want to talk about things that scare me, getting caught in traffic like scares me. It's my thing I hate the most out of anything.
Oh, that's better. I almost overslept.
You awake?
I don't want to miss the fun.
You awake now?
There's so much to see in Halloweekends. Have you been to the Bone Walk?
Yes, we have.
It's really skeleton fun.
Future selves here. We are in the parking lot going back to our car, and one of the things in the Cedar Point app, they have a find your car, and the thing is so useful, and I don't think many people use it too often. But you can see right here, it's got our car's location, and then it shows our location, so we don't have to walk around and try to like blow like the horn and set off the alarm.
Babe.
So we don't have to be one of those people, and you don't either, if you just use the Cedar Point app and the car finder that they provide you in the app. And that concludes our night here at Cedar Point Halloweekends. Thank you for watching. Like we said earlier, if you're new, subscribe. And also, if you want to go above and beyond just subscribing, there's a thing called the channel membership page. And that channel membership page gets them all sorts of stuff like what?
You can get exclusive videos, exclusive shout outs. All these wonderful people are members.
These
And
people
you
right here.
could be one too. Exclusive shout outs, exclusive pictures, tons of stuff you don't want to miss out.
Yeah, so make sure you go and not only subscribe, but join that channel membership ASAP. What are you waiting for? So now that you guys did all that, you guys are part of the family. So welcome, and that's it for this video. So, but we got more videos coming up. We got videos coming all the time. So be on the lookout right here on Beach Cliff Studios.